Next on Deck with Tim Black.
Just hours after Donald Trump tried to use an 18th century law to deport 5 Venezuelans, a federal judge halted Trump's order. Now, the White House yesterday invoked what is called the Alien Enemies Act to deport suspected members of a Venezuelan gang. The act hasn't been used since World War II, when it was used as the legal basis to intern people of Japanese, German, and Italian descent. The judge noted Venezuela is not at war with the United States, and he ordered the planes deporting Venezuelans to immediately return to America because they were already in the air. I have been checking. We don't know if the planes turned around.
Yeah, we don't know if that happened, and I think that's an important aspect of this. But I think it's important to understand with the Alien Enemies Act of 1798.
Let me go. Whoa, guys, hold on a second. So let me get this right. We don't want them to leave, right? Is that what you're telling me? Democrats don't want the gang. Like, we ain't got enough gangs already in America, huh? You feel like you violate human rights to send gang members back to their country. Is that what you're telling me? And man, hey, look, man, if you're a Republican right now, you are happy as hell. You are happy as hell. Johnson, the Democrats, their party's over. Yeah, man, Cooling the Gang started unplugging all the equipment. The van pulled up. They loading crates in the car. The party is over, Johnson. The Democrats are going to make the case why getting rid of the Ventralaga, the Tren de Aragua gang is wrong.
What's the genesis, the thing that moves it? The president has the ability to quickly detain and deport immigrants from a hostile nation, either during times of declared war or when a foreign government perpetuates an invasion or predatory incursion into the United States. Venezuela, is not a hostile nation to the United States, at least not in the sense that we're looking here. We don't have a declared war with Venezuela at the moment, at least that I don't know, unless in Donald Trump's head there's one. As a foreign government, what invasion is it perpetuating, right, or what predatory incursion is it making into the United States? So folks, you understand how he's abusing and twisting the law on its face by the
to help us. To help us. Yeah, to help us. Yeah. You know, when people twist laws and stuff, it's usually to hurt us. This don't even impact us. Like, I'm not from El Salvador, and I'm not part of a Tren de Aragua gang. And I never grew up with anybody. I don't know anybody who's a part of the Tren de Aragua gang. It's to help us. We don't care if you twist something up, it's going to help us. How do they even have rights? They're not even American citizens. How do we have the right to keep them? Like, what is it that we had to keep them here? We can't just deport them? I'm trying to understand why we can't deport the gang member. Michael Steele, I already know you live in a nice area in Maryland. You don't have the Tren de Aragua in your zip code, not in your subdivision. But if you did, I bet you'd be talking a little bit different. Yeah, you can always tell these Democrats don't live where this is going down. The Democratic Party doesn't want to win elections. They just want to pick up checks. The Democratic Party has no intention of winning anything. They're fine with losing. They get to go. Let's just face it, the Democrats, they're on the opposite side of where everybody else in America is, or pretty much on every issue there is. I think even less Americans want to keep the Tren de Araguas in America then want men, biological men, to compete against biological women in sports. These are the same people that would say, don't clap for that little boy with brain cancer, because Trump using him as a prop. And that know why the rest of the country's looking at them like, what unfeeling earthlings, what grotesque cold souls they have, what dead-eyed democrats they are, what shapeless, apathetic, uncaring, soulless human beings they are. These are the same people, man. They at least are, they may not be right, but they are at least consistent in their buffoonery, in their foolishness, in their lack of strategy. I'm sorry. Folks, this is clear. And I'm going to, here's the thing. We're going to go to the next clip, and I got to say this. The Democrats have perfected the art of being so gaslit with Trump that they cut off their own nose to spite their face. Yeah, when you start siding with the gangs, with the Tren de Aragua gang over the country's safety, Trump ain't worried about them coming to get him. He's protected. Well, you know, he's supposed to be protected. We see how that worked out. Trump's not worried about his safety. He good. You don't understand this, Michael. I'm not even going to call him Michael Steele. Michael Plastic? Michael Feather? Because you are not hard as steel. When you're on the opposite side of this particular issue, you're on the opposite side of the safety of American citizens. I don't care what background they're from. If they're not in your Trump deranged madness coalition, they want them out of here. In fact, your lack of understanding just how dangerous the MS-13 and the Tren de Araguas are just shows that you are out of touch. Here goes a clip of these very nice gang members that Michael Steele and Simone Sanders and the Democrats wanted to stay in this country. That the president of El Salvador gave out a statement.
I think it's going to be easier to basically send them back to Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras. We already know that President Bukele from El Salvador said he is going to take these criminals back, and they have a pretty intense prison system in El Salvador.
Let's go to Jasmine Crockett explaining to Americans why we should keep the gang members here.
To deport undocumented Venezuelans that the administration say are dangerous individuals with ties to the gang Tren de Aragua. That gang is obviously associated with a lot of crime, human trafficking, drug dealing, theft, shootings, including in your state of Texas, right outside of your congressional district. Do you agree with this? And if not, what's your issue with the U.S. using any tool at its disposal to remove undocumented violent people from this country?
Well, my argument is that we already have tools that are available to remove undocumented violent people from our country. And so the idea that you want to go into a zombie law, this is kind of like what we saw in Arizona when they decided to revive a zombie law around abortion. We're
not talking about abortion. Why are you bringing in other stuff? We're talking about criminals. First of all, let's be a little clear here, guys, because she doesn't understand how the law works. She's a lawyer, but she doesn't understand. They're coming into America without going through the proper channels. That's already breaking one law in America. I know she doesn't give a damn, even though she lives in a border state. She represents a border state. It doesn't care about the border. That's crazy. It doesn't even know that coming across the border without going through the proper checkpoints is against the law, and that's a crime. She said it wasn't. And now these people are gang members. Gang members. And as Jake Tapper just explained, committing a lot of crime in Texas to her constituents, potentially. Because that's where she's from, Texas. And she's got excuses because she hates Trump so much. Trump's so dangerous. And there was this law, people used the abortion law on the books from back in the day or whatever. And she's going to use that to justify why those people should stay in her state. And if we already got laws that are supposed to remove these people, why didn't those laws work? Because this works. You want the plane to turn around with these people on it. Let's keep going, Johnson.
The fact that we can't trust this administration to actually use a scalpel, but instead they love to use a butcher knife on things. And so...
Oh, okay, I get it. So on things, they use a butcher knife on things. Oh, I get it. So it's not about getting rid of the notorious bloodthirsty gang of Tren de Aragua. It's because Trump. Because we don't trust Trump. You trust the gang members more than you trust Trump. That's it. Okay. I understand that Jasmine Crockett's district is 40% Latino. Is that okay? Is that true? 40% Latino, 30% black, 20% white. So I can't just put this all on Black America. But Black America, if you come out and you vote for this woman, again, I don't care how much money she has. I don't care if she runs against this pen. She could be up against this pen. You should choose this pen. This pen can't do much for you, but you know what? It's quiet. It doesn't say dumb things. I'm quiet. I don't say stupid things. I don't make up fake laws. I don't dance. Do the duck lips. I'm not 43 acting 22 to get the black vote. Talking down to black people. I don't call black people stupid when they don't want me or they don't agree with me. I don't say they're just ignorant. Need to read books. And I don't pick Venezuelan gangs, criminals undocumented in the country, gang members from Venezuela over American citizens just to try to knock the stuffing out of Trump. That's the campaign ad. I approve this message. If this pen runs against Jasmine Crockett, I implore you to vote for the pen. The pen. The little rich girl of Jasmine Crockett, who she really is really starting to come out. It's lately been coming out a lot. And at some point, we should accept that that's who she is. But it's okay. You can blame the messenger. A lot of people have been shooting the messenger on this. But this is a bridge too far for even her. You have to know how unpopular it is to be in support of gang members and then use some, like, are you working for the gangs? And that's pretty much the thing, right? People are pretty much seduced that Jasmine Crockett and the Democrats have become so brain damaged that they are working against America. Because Trump is the president of America. They hate Trump so much, they're working against the country. To try to stick it to somebody who's already won. Trump is the president. You're not hurting him. He already in office. You hurting us. And in this particular situation, as Jake set it up, she's hurting people of Texas because their gang operates in Texas. It's not at the White House. It's not at Mar-a-Lago. It's in Texas. And that's not important to her. She said, we can't trust Trump. Therefore, we got to keep the gangs. You can't make this up.
That we can't trust this administration to actually use a scalpel, but instead they love to use a butcher knife on things. And so giving them this wide latitude to just kind of go across and just claim that anybody is anything is wrong. And so we do.
No, Goofy. Jake Tapper, why aren't you stopping her? Why aren't you stopping her? These gang members have all the tattoos. I just saw them in a clip. They brand themselves. They become branded. It's obvious. No, this is not. They could just say anything and be anything as anybody could be. They could just go through and just sweep anybody up and send them to El Salvador. No. My understanding, these are 238 people. Very specific. Not random people. Not the guy at the Home Depot, not the guy doing roofing, not the guy doing road work. No, these are gang members. Their life is crime. They have tattoos that says, hi, just like you got a tattoo somewhere probably, I'm sure, that says Democrat. They have one that says something for the Tren de Aragua. Jake, I'm disappointed, sir. You should have pushed back. You know damn well they ain't just picked these gang members out of a group of just regular, American citizens. They're undocumented. That's the reason they get sent out. And then they're gang members too. That's 2 strikes. This ain't baseball, Goofy.
To just kind of go across and just claim that anybody is anything is wrong. And so we do have courts, we do have processes, we do have laws, and we should just go ahead and use those. There's a reason that nobody else has decided to go back until into Adam's times in order to try to find ways to make sure that we can keep our country safe.
Next on deck.
Yeah, I think that I believe this one. You'll notice it, Miss Crockett. I don't know. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Notice that Crockett is talking a little bit different. I mean, she still does word salad and says like about 15 times. But she is doing a little less of the sister girl routine, because she went to Rutgers and been in private school her whole life. And she's in her 40s. It's kind of nice. For her to stop trying to cosplay, pretend to be something in order to dumb it down to appeal to people, just to fool them. But what she's saying isn't smart. It's not smart to say, oh, we trust Trump so little, therefore we got to keep the killers and the rapists in the country, and if we can't get them out the regular way, then we shouldn't be able to get rid of them. No. I think Democrats need to take a long look in the mirror, and I hope that Democratic voters will take a long look at them and realize we only got one president at a time. And each president deserves your support, as in, if they're doing something for the country, you could disagree with it, but if you're going to be a public official, you got to have more of a reason than I got on a blue jersey and he's got on a red jersey. It just can't be partisan. Everything can't just be about beating the other party, particularly when it comes to safety, particularly when it comes to something this cut and dry. These are not citizens of the United States. They're not even supposed to be in our country. They did not come in the correct way. And they are probably fugitives from their country. These are the people we were talking about when everybody said, oh, that's just Trump fear-mongering. He just said that to scare people. No, they were here. What you thought they were doing? Here to change their lives? Change their lives? Now they took up being priests and monks? Now that they came here? No more gangbanging, no more drugs, no more killing, no more none of that? All of a sudden they're different people because they moved here? No. There were criminals there. Now those criminals are here. And for the record, guys, and I don't mean no disrespect. No disrespect. But from what I hear, these gangs, the gangs in Venezuela, the Tren de Aragua, when it comes to the level of gangster, right? It's a high level of gangsterism. It makes I Like Mafia look like like we was joking around. The brutality, right? The brazen, the lack of respect for life. Like, I'm not even going to go into it. It's a YouTube video, but from what I hear, the tactics of the Tren de Aragua is on another level. On another level. That's what I hear. Don't have personal knowledge to that effect. But I think that the Democratic Party, the reason one of the reasons why they lost and they will continue to lose is this attitude that, they feel like, damn the America, who cares? We got to stop Trump. And they're not stopping Trump. All they're doing, it's like, Trump's like a football player, like you ever play football with your kids? When they were toddlers or something, they're trying to tackle you, and you're the big dad. Of course, I've done this with my oldest son. He's trying to tackle me. He's like draped all over me, and I'm just still walking, trying to bring me down. Oh! And I'm like, I'm going to the touchdown. And he's like hanging on my shoulder. Then my other son hanging on my leg, trying to bring me down. But they can't do it. I'm too big. They're just little people trying to stop you. As you walk towards it, go, I'm going to win. I'm going to score the touchdown. No, Dad, no. That's what the Democrats look like. Like Trump's like this giant, and you're like little people draped around his legs trying to stop him. And you can't. It's futile. And he's about to score, and he scored again. I think Trump does stuff like this. He didn't need to do this. I feel like Trump did it just to make your goofy asses come out and embarrass yourself on the world stage and embarrass yourself to all your constituents. They don't understand. They drank their own Kool-Aid about Trump. They really think Trump's dumb. Trump and his people are very smart, smarter than you. Yeah, I'm going to go with this, guys. I think Trump knew the court was going to rule this way on this law. I think Trump knew you guys are going to jump out the gym. And he also knew how America was going to feel about it. And he just baits you. He throws the bait out, and there you go. Fishing in the fishes swim around and take the hook. And he sets the hook and reels you in because you are that dumb. All you see, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to eat the worm. Oh, that worm ain't going to know where to hit it. And you lock on to the hook. I think Trump knew that you guys were going to jump out the gym and lose your damn mind and embarrass yourself. Because you're on the side. I know you want to be smart. You want to be like, hey, we're doing it because of this reason. And it's the thing. The thing is connected to the thing. And this is a statue that's old. And it does this. And Trump is scary. And And this thing. And the perpendicular lines are connected to the manifold. It's connected to the thing that does this. And the catalytic converter thing. And it does this. And the ventricular force perpetuates the ongoing longevity of the systematic, archaic, Pepto-Bismol of the rotary of the flatulence. But all average Americans here is they're on the side of the gang. Trump on the side of the people. It's two sides. It's gang and us. That's the two sides. They on the side of the gang. And Trump is on the side of us. I think I like Trump's position better. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, y'all. Give it up for that. Perfect. You made it to the end of the video. I appreciate you. Now, Google thinks this next video is going to be perfect for you. It's right up your alley. So click the next video, watch that with me, and let's keep this politics going. You're built for this.